Can you tell us what the Stark Sentinel is?
It's a landmine.
Again, designed when you were in your early 20s.
Yes, many of them form a defensive line between North and South Korea.
You're unaware of Stark landmines in, say, East Timor?
Yes.
Reportedly, you yourself were injured by one of your own landmines.
Yes. I'd been asked to look at ways to contain Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. I went out there to consult. There was a skirmish with Taliban gunmen. I'm fine now, thanks.
Was that before or after you sold the supergun to a Gulf state?
I'm afraid that's classified information.
But you did design a gun with a half-mile-long barrel intended to lob tactical nuclear devices some 400 miles.
I would like to be able to comment, but I'm under restrictions on that subject.
I see. How many of these devices led you to the design of the Iron Man suit?
I think everything was leading me towards the Iron Man.
Is it a military device?
I don't think so.
But in keeping with your other inventions, it certainly has military applications.
Everything has military applications. All tools have a destructive potential.
And the Iron Man suit certainly possesses awesome destructive potential, doesn't it? I mean, I don't see a benign side to your patented repulsor technology.
Actually, the repulsor has application to cheap non-chemical space launch.
I see. Therefore, really, it's just a defense industry application, right?
All technologies have that kind of application. My point, and I don't want to talk over you, John, but you've run me over whenever I've tried to expand on an answer. My point, John, is that Stark microelectronic breakthroughs have all led to useful social technologies through that initial military funding. No, I didn't first think to myself that taking microchips down to the nanometer limit would be good for bombs. And the money from Seed Pod was driven into medical biometric implants, cardiac replacement medicine, and internal analgesic pumps. Am I an arms dealer? No. Did I start out as a weapons designer? Yes. Do I intend to die as one? No.
Do you think they have your pain-killing drug pumps in Iraq? Do you think an Afghan kid with his arms blown off by a landmine is remotely impressed by an Iron Man suit?
I never claimed to be perfect. I always knew there would be blood on my hands. I'm trying to improve the world.
Improve the world. Thanks for your time. I'm curious, actually. If you know my work, why did you agree to this interview?
Me first. Why am I a ghost of the 20th century?
Because your arms work of the 90s still haunts the poverty and war-stricken countries they were deployed in.
I wanted to meet you. You've been making your investigative films for what, 20 years now? I wanted to ask, have you changed anything? You've been uncovering disturbing things all over the world for 20 years now. Have you changed anything? You've worked very hard. Most people have no idea of the kind of work you've done. Intellectuals, critics, and activists follow your films closely, but culturally, you're almost invisible, Mr. Pillinger. Have you changed anything?
I don't know.
Me neither. It's been an honor to meet you, Mr. Pillinger.
Yes. Thank you for your time, Mr. Stark.